Hey there, Scouts. My name is Jason,
I'm Dustin. I'm Satvik.
and we're joining you here from Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we're going to do some fishing. But first, before you go out and do some fishing on your own, there are some skills that you need to learn and some things that you need to learn about to make sure that you're doing it safely and following the rules. So let's get started.
About the different things you're going to need when you go fishing. The first thing and the most important thing is your rod and reel or your fishing pole. You have three types of reels that we're going to show you. The first is an open reel, which you can see right here. The next type of reel that we have is called a bait caster, which you can see right here. And then the last type of reel is called a closed reel, and it's likely the reel that you are going to be using when you go fishing. You can tell a closed reel by spool is closed, and it has a button right here. When you go fishing, you're also going to take a tackle box with you. The tackle box keeps all your fishing equipment together and easily accessible, as you can see right here. One of the things that you're going to need to keep in your tackle box is extra hooks. These can be changed out for different types of fishing, or if you lose your hook, you can replace it. Some other stuff that you're going to keep in your tackle box are sinkers and bobbers, which you can see right here. And then the last things are different types of bait. You can have fake bait, which is what we have here, or what we don't have is stuff like real bait, things like worms or canned vegetables or fruit.
If you find that you're out and you wanted to do some fishing, but you don't have your own rod or reel, you can actually make one out of a stick and some fishing line. So I already went and got this stick off of a tree, but you'll see that it's pretty flexible. That's something that you want. If it's too rigid, it'll break. And it's roughly 6 feet long or so. So what I've done is I've taken some fishing line that I've got here on my reel, and I've tied it to the base. And rather than holding my stick this way and just dropping in the fishing line into the water, I'm actually going to wrap the line all the way up the stick, kind of wrapping it around as I go up towards the point. And you can do this with your own stick and your own spool of fishing line. Wrap it around, keep wrapping until you get to the top. And once I get to the top, just tie a quick little knot in it. Run a bunch of line off, and I'll cut this off. Now the reason that we wrap it from the top to the bottom is that way if I'm out there and I'm fishing and my stick breaks, then I still have the line to hold it. If I just had it tied out to the end, then if it broke, then I'd lose everything. So we'll go ahead and tie a hook onto this and try it a little bit later with try to catch some fish with it.
Most of you guys will be using this closed reel rod. It's also known as a button rod. And this is a really good beginner rod, and I would recommend starting with this if you start fishing. And how you use this rod is there's this big button right here. And when you click the button and let go, if you click the button and hold it like that, it'll leave the bait or whatever you have tied on suspended in the air. When you let go, it'll fall. As you can see, this went down and it hit the ground. And in order to, this will still be open until you reel this back in. So the moment you reel that in, it'll tighten everything up and you can start reeling in the fish if you caught it. Next, in order to cast this, you want to hold the button down, and then you want to check behind you, toss it back, and then right when you release over here, you want to let go of the button. That way the lure goes. Just like that, and you release. And when you start off, you want to start by putting a target on land. You don't want to start in the water yet. You want to put it in land, and then you want to practice aiming for that target. And once you get experience with that, then you can start to move on to water and catch some fish.
So hopefully you're ready now to go on your own fishing adventure with your pack, your den, or your family. You're going to go out, spend an hour or so trying to catch your own fish, right? But remember to take into account all of the skills that you've learned through this adventure. Remember to learn and abide by all of the rules and regulations in your area. And we hope that you spend some time learning about some of the fish in your area, where they live, what they like to eat, because that's going to make you more successful when you go out and fish with your family.